love me some good killing. So
Yeah. Speaking of killing, were you going to talk about Apex at all?
Yeah, we can. I was just gonna pick it up and just say because I was actually playing Apex, which has a lot of killing in it. And I kind of like it. Actually, the one thing I don't like about Apex is the time to kill. I feel like is a little bit long.
Yeah.
But I did just come from was playing PUBG before, but it was just interesting because I'm still really enjoying Apex, and like I always, whenever my one friend gets on, we always want to get on together, and then and it's just way more fun. I played a couple times by myself, and it actually put me in with seemingly more people that were more around my skill level. My friend is like he's dumped way more time into it, and he's way better than I am right now. Like,
so do you think they're using skill-based matchmaking then?
I think they're trying to. I don't know. I'm not sure how
good and bad sometimes because the connection issues. If it doesn't have a big player base, then you get connected with people. Your skill group, but they're all halfway across the world.
I don't think that's an issue with Apex right now.
Yeah.
But the one thing is that we actually decided to play PUBG again the other day, man, and it was like super uncomfortable.
Why?
It was just because it's just such a long game.
Oh, yeah.
Like every match is so long, and it's like Apex is such a streamlined version of basically the core mechanics of PUBG and the
Blizzard
core game. But and then Black Ops, the Blackout mode.
Yeah.
The Black Ops Battle Royale mode.
Yeah.
And so like it was just super uncomfortable to go back and play PUBG, and like I thought I was going to be really really good because like my fast twitch skills were like what I've been practicing on, and like I just didn't do very good.
Right.
Well, it's just so much more of PUBG is just so much more of a simulator, and it's just so much more of a kind of like, you know, a little more critical thinking and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So
it's interesting how sometimes that skill set doesn't really translate from one game to
another.
another.
It went because it was even hard to get into Apex for me because like in PUBG it's so much more about like weapon control and more of a methodical approach to the end. I mean, obviously, when you get in the smaller circles, like in the end game, it's like, your fast twitch is going to be there, but like throughout the game, it's much more positioning and it's much more planning and stuff. But it's just so slow.
Yeah.
Like we were just running. It just felt like we were running forever.
Yeah, it's a big map.
The one thing that's just really funny is like in Apex, they have the ping system, and F is to ping an enemy.
Yeah.
And in PUBG, F is your action and pick up items.
Oh.
So I'm like constantly hitting the wrong buttons. Yeah.
That's frustrating. That can be painful too.
Because that's what happened when I started Apex. Is like when I started Apex, I was constantly hitting F to grab stuff, and I would constantly ping enemies.
Yeah.
And it'd be like my team would be like, "Is there an enemy there?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just trying to pick up some shotgun shells." Sorry. And then it would happen again like 3 or 4 seconds later.
Yeah.
Like, no, body shield.
Keybinds.
Sorry, bro. Well, but the problem is you can't switch it over. Like, you could, make it more like PUBG, but like when I went back to PUBG, you can't hit E because E is the interact button in Apex. But in
I always spend way too much time rebinding all my keys.
In PUBG, E is the lean, which is like kind of an important control.
Yeah,
it's just it's just uncomfortable, and it's just like Apex is so much cleaner, like it's just built so much better. Yeah, but like I said, everything is just streamlined. Like, I mean, your games are like 15-20 minutes.
Yeah, max. It is nicer to be a little shorter. Although, I mean, Apex isn't without its faults. You heard about the hitbox issue they had?
Pathfinder?
Yeah, well, it's not just Pathfinder. It's everybody. Like, if you see, Pathfinder is the obvious example here. But if you look at this image here, it's like, it's stupid how big Gibraltar is. He's massive. Yeah. And like this one, what is this? This is the, I forget what the name.
Gibraltar, and then
what's
Pathfinder.
Pathfinder, and then you got
Wraith.
It's not Wraith. Yeah, Wraith. Yeah. She's like so tiny. The hitbox is ridiculous.
Wraith is ridiculous too because she has like basically the Rift ability, and so she can like if you use her one ability, she basically goes into like another dimension, and you can't be hit. but it's like you do leave like a trail where you're running, so people can follow you and stuff. But it's just like for you have basically invulnerability. You can't shoot anybody, but like you know what I mean. You have invulnerability for like 5 or 10 seconds, and then they have the portals and stuff too.
At first, I thought that like with Gibraltar that was by design. That I just assumed he had a bigger hitbox because he's got a shield.
Yeah.
But the shield does not make up for the hitbox. You know, it's not that OP.
It's okay, but yeah, that is how you play Gibraltar, and not a lot of people play him.
Right.
But like he does, I think if they weighed him a little bit better, and it's like he does have like an airstrike, which is really dope. That has like a really nice AOE effect.
Right.
Or AOE attack, and I mean it's just
he does that. Is not. Can you kill your own teammates with that? Because I feel like I've done that.
You can kill yourself. Yeah, I don't know. I just try to stay away from it. I actually play Bangalore a lot.
Oh, okay.
Which is someone with a smaller hitbox, but her passive skills, like when people shoot at you, you double time.
Right.
You run faster, so it's like, and she has the smoke grenades, are just kind of nice, and then she has kind of like a mortar mine, like these mines that shoot down or whatever, like kind of explosives, and then they sit down for a little while and then they explode.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's just it's just a leaps and bounds for the battle royale genre and stuff, and it'll just be interesting what season 1 has to come, or what's going to be offered there and stuff, and there's just a lot of stuff, man. But like most of it's all cosmetic. Like I don't feel like the loot crates, and I don't feel like the skins and all that stuff, I don't really feel like they affect the game.
I think they did it right. I'm happy with it because it's like you want to look cool with your friends. You spend a lot of time there. It's worth paying. Yeah. So hopefully they make enough money to keep it viable for them to keep making the game and improving it.
I think as long as they do the same thing, and like if they take the kind of notes from the Division, or not the Division, Rainbow Six Siege. It's like if you keep it like that, I mean, you're gonna be good because Rainbow Six Siege is still a huge shooter, and it's like everything is pretty much free. I mean, if you play the game enough, and it's not like, I mean, they give you incentive to play because 4 times a year they're coming out with new maps and new characters. So it's like, what, I don't know how. I mean, I guess you could do it 6 or 8 times a year, come out with new content, but it's like that's a little hard. Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's like they definitely give you. Rainbow Six Siege definitely gives you reasons to play and reasons to grind. You know what I mean? It's just, how much time do you want to spend in the world, I guess, but
I mean that's the goal. The devs want it to
I think it'll just be interesting to see who can, if somebody can come along and take the place of Apex, really, at this point.
I think they're gonna be the hot spot for at least another few months. And so
I think they're gonna take it up. I think
games just keep getting better, man.
I think they're gonna take the limelight up just as long as, if not longer, than Fortnite did.
Yeah,
and I hope
Fortnite's still big, but they're sweating for sure because they
went down a lot.
Their Season 8 Battle Pass is free.
Oh really?
Yeah, they made it free. They're like, don't leave.
You can't stay on top forever.
Right.
Yeah, and I know. I mean, there's other new games that come out that I know I haven't even heard about. Kind of something. What is the Isurgen?